Alright guys, what's going on? Bruce here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an executive summary. So an executive summary is essentially a document that gets reviewed during the proposal process, typically by executives, and is essentially a high-level overview of the system. So it essentially starts here from the equipment list. I've got a huddle room and a boardroom. The boardroom is essentially a system with two wired USB-C ports for bring your own meeting and content sharing. And you also have a Crestron Flex Kit, and we've got two cameras in the system with a 50-inch display. In the huddle room, very simple system. We got a 65-inch with articulating bracket with the in-wall back box, and we've got a rally bar mount, a tap touch panel, a single mic pod. We've also got a Logitech Extend for bring your own meeting, as well as connectivity for the mic pods. So pretty straightforward system. And what I'm going to do here is actually show you how the executive summary is generated. So before I actually get to that, let's talk about what goes into the summary and how it works. So we have our description, the make, model, and the notes. All of this gets fed into the AI. And you can see here, if we take a closer look at our notes column for the AirMedia AM-TX3200, it's saying that I'm using brackets here to indicate that it's located under the table, and it's being used for BOM and content sharing. So the LLM is basically going to use that information to understand in the context, where is everything being installed, what's the intent, and how it's going to be used. Again, let's create the cameras. We've got an I-12 camera as the main camera. We've got a P12 camera, which is the secondary camera. And all that information is going to be fed to the LLM. Now, for like the UCCX100 Teams unit here, you can see here we have a note that it's being rack mounted. So if we take a look at the description, some of the descriptions for these items are pretty vague. It doesn't really say what the items are, and we're not expecting the AI to go search the internet every time we run this executive summary generator. So what we want to do is make sure we have metadata, or not metadata. We have enriched the descriptions so the AI has a better understanding of what the products are. So if you right click, you scroll down to enrich description. You can see I've already done it. You just click it here and it'll run. So it's gonna go to the company's website. It's gonna pull the documentation from their website. It's gonna parse it out and basically come up with a machine readable code that the LLM can ingest. So let's take a look at that, see what that looks like. I'll just copy this. We'll go to our products. I'll search for this device. And you can see here this green mark means it's been enriched. And on the right side, we don't actually have any connection metadata. But that's not really important for the executive summary. So go to details. And you can see here on the details page, we have our enriched description, which definitely beats the default description that comes from the Crestron Excel sheet for your pricing. So we have a product, we have the type of product, it says wireless transmitter, tabletop form factor, the function, it's a wireless presentation and conferencing, the description, it enables seamless wireless content sharing and video and conferencing in various environments by connecting personal devices via HDMI or USB-C inputs. The specs, max resolution, 4K, power consumption, all these details are included for the LLM to better understand what this product is, and then it can make a better determination as to how it should describe it. Okay, so if the best way to actually enrich your products is let's say you wanted to do all your Crestron products, basically just select and then press the enrich button here. So you're definitely going to need credits for this. So head over to the credits button here. and just fill up your credits, and then you'll be able to enrich the data. If you don't want to use credits, that's fine too. You can actually just go into any product, hit edit, and then you can see here we have um, enrich description, long description. You can put as much information as you want, but you know, it's much easier just to press this button and save yourself some time. Let's see what it comes up with. This is just a random item, 10 gig SFP transceiver module. Not much you can really say about it, but it looks like it's got all the possible information you could ever want to know about it, which is pretty good. So we'll save that. We'll hop back to our project. And I've already gone in and made sure that all these items in the boardroom have my notes. And this is really, these notes are intended for engineering. The sales engineer will basically design the system, and I think it's a good idea to put your notes in so the person coming after you has an idea of, what the intention was to do the drawings, and the LLM will actually know what to do as well. So even for Logitech, I already got the enrichments. I don't have any notes, no problem. Let's go to action, executive summary. I'll make sure I have my room selected. I'm going to have my temperature at the default 0.3. We'll hit generate summary and see what it comes back with. So this is essentially, this is running on a trained model. I believe we fed it a couple hundred pairs of training data from live actual projects. So that's where it's actually coming up with this. It's not, we're not giving it prompts. We're not just telling it what to write. It's making its own inferences as far as how it should write the spec based on previous live projects that we've fed it. So here you go. It's generated a summary for us. We've got our executive summary, our project name, our job number. And so here's our huddle room. And this you could definitely edit. So if you see something you don't like, you can just modify it. And let's take a look. We'll read through this real quick. For the display section, a 65-inch 4K display will be installed at the front of the room. An in-wall backbox with recessed articulating bracket will be installed to provide a low-profile ADA-compliant installation. Video conferencing, a video bar will be installed to provide video conferencing capabilities. A tabletop touch panel will be installed to provide meeting controls. A microphone pod will be installed to provide audio coverage. A mic pod hub will be installed to support the audio system. A BYOM extender kit will be installed to support BYOM capabilities. And miscellaneous allowances will be made for patch cords, connectors, adapters, accessories, mounting hardware, etc. Pretty good. Boardroom. What we'll do is I'm going to actually save this to the project. I'm going to download this as Word, so that way we can pull it up side by side. Close this out. Go to the boardroom, and take a quick preview. We'll go down to the boardroom, and we'll just compare what's in the equipment list to what's in the document here. So boardroom, single 50-inch 4K display will be installed at the front of the room. An in-wall back box will be with articulating bracket will provide a low-profile ADA compliant installation. BYOM wired USB-C. 2 USB-C transmitters will be installed under the table for BYOM and content sharing. A receiver will be installed in the AV rack. The receiver will be connected to the UC presentation router via HDMI and USB. The system will include power supplies and necessary cabling. Now, if that's too much information for you, you can modify it. I think it's fine. Video conferencing. A video conferencing system integrator kit certified for Microsoft Teams will be installed. It will include a 10-inch tabletop touch panel and a UC engine. The UC engine will be rack mounted. Okay, very impressive that it figured out there's a 10-inch touch panel. It doesn't say that anywhere. That's because we enriched it with the AI auto enrich. Conference cameras, one intelligent PTZ camera with 12x optical zoom will be wall mounted. A 100-meter USB extension kit will extend connectivity between the camera and the AV rack. A secondary PTZ camera will be installed and connected to the network. 2 universal mount brackets will be installed, and IR remote will be provided as a spare. Fair enough. So there you go. We've got our executive summary. It's looking pretty good, but it's not over yet. So in addition to the summary, we may want to combine that with the bill of materials. So to do that, we can actually go to generate proposal. And I've already modified and customized this template here. I'll show you how it works in just a sec. So we'll generate this proposal. And because we saved the summary to the project, what it's going to do is it's going to take each room summary and combine it with a screenshot of the bill of materials. So you can see here we've got the description, the make, the model, the quantity. If you want to show the price, anything like that, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. So we can take a look at the boardroom. There's our summary. There's our equipment list. And then finally, we have our project summary showing the 2 rooms and whatever fields that you determine that you want to show. In this case, I'm showing pretty much everything. Equipment cell, non-equipment cell, tax extended, cost per room, quantity, system cost, and total with tax. We've got our totals of tax. There we go. So you can save that, package it up nicely, and send it to your customer. So let me show you real quick how this generate proposal can be customized without going into too much detail. We'll save that for another video, but real quick, I'll show you where it's done. Go to global configure template, and this is the page here, the proposal template builder. Excuse me. You can use this to customize your template with all the variables that you need for the project. All your project data is here about the client, the customer, the project, anything you need. You'll be able to add these variables in any way you want, so that way you can create your proposal. So that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.